No, man, that ain't nothing but a bunch of buoy right there. Man, there's a bunch of crap going on with that house. These people, they be talking about I'll be bringing down their property values. You crazy? You ever try to sell a house to tell somebody that your neighbor gonna be sobbing slaughter? Sobbing slaughter living in the neighborhood. You tell me my property value going down? This man be grabbing people. He grabbed the mailman and gave him a suplex the other day. Right in front of the mailbox. Yeah. They be bitching because I ain't cut the grass. I live in Washington. What am I supposed to drive all the way up here just to cut the grass?
I don't know, but they say you're having late night parties, lots of women getting loud and obnoxious, and they call you the boatman.
The boatman?
The boatman.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious as to why. I can't help but have parties. Freb, is a party happening all the time, no matter what. If I stop at a red light, party happens. Party happens. It just happens all around me. I can't help it.
Well, I'm not going to criticize you for that. Sounds like you're having a good time to me.
You got a double-headed dildo. You best know what to do.
All right, Mitten Man.
You start a party. And you tell me something. You see how much my property value drop on that house? You see how much it's going down?
Yeah, about $0.35 million.
That's right. That's right. You drop and sell a house out here, but tell somebody you can't be having sex on a boat. They be want to go out on the Lake Minnetonka and say, oh, man, this be making me horny out here. I say, well, you might feel that way, but, they'll arrest you for that. And they say, man, get out of my face. We ain't buying your house.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. It'd be easier to sell a house in New Orleans next Tuesday when it's all full of water.
Oh. All right, Freddie. Well, buddy, have a great season, man.
I'm going to be trying not to get hurt there, Tom. I'm going to give you 5 interceptions this year, and I'm going to return 2 for touchdown, one of them against your Cowboys.
Oh, really?
That's right.
All right. You want to make a wager?
A wager? Yeah. You mean a bet? I can't bet. I get thrown out the league.
No.
Mr.
Hey,
Goodell, man, he come right down on my head.
No. We don't have to bet any money. You don't have to give me anything if I win. I tell you what. If you don't return an interception against the Cowboys, you got to send me an invitation the next time you have a boat party.
All right, that's the deal. And if I do, then let me see. Next June. Chad OchoCinco, we be having a big party down there with Charles Hadley Pool having a big swim party. You got to come down there and race me.
Okay.
All right?
All right, Freddie, you got it, buddy.
Freb Smoop out.
It's always about sex.
Sex is everything.
Sex.
Acts involving guys and women who are on the boat.
A lot of things are being said now.
Acts involving women and other women.
There are 17 Viking players who have been identified.
Exciting and new.
Cornerback Freb Smoop.
He's horny. He's got an erection.
We're expecting you.
He sure is cool, isn't
he?
You will be so horny.
Life's sweetest reward.
Lap dances, nudity.
Let it flow.
2 boats. There were public acts of sex on the boat.
It floats back to you.
The indiscretions.
Genital petting.
I can't comment on that right
So
now.
we'll be making another run.
Cornerback Freb Smoop.
He's going to suck your toes.
Promises something for everyone.
I have no comment.
Set a course for adventure. Your mind on a new romance.
Acts involving women and other women.
You will be so horny that you will be swinging from the lights.
It's an open smile.
Public sex acts.
Yeah.
On a friendly
Speaking of sex, here's a story about crazy government studies about sex and massages.
They fund this kind of stuff all the time.
$150,000 of tax dollars was spent to find out if women get sexually aroused while watching pornography.
Jesus Christ.
Are you serious?
So you're getting a study here. All right, so how do you find the women that are going to be a part of this study? Do you just spring it on the wife, or do you put an ad in the paper?
I don't know. And yeah, they do. They put ads in the paper.
Can you imagine the women that showed up for that?
There have been some crazy studies in recent years. They've cost taxpayers millions of dollars. Listen to this. The study was conducted to learn whether men or women are more likely to sleep with a stranger. Now, you have common sense, John. Do you need a study to answer that for you?
Well,
seriously, come on, the majority.
I think, the majority is going to be the men.
Of course, we know this.
How do you study this? Do you go and try to break up a couple of marriages? What do you do? Do you get some woman lab partner, some hot-as-hell woman lab partner, and you get some guy who's like an Adonis, and you send him over to some random couple's house to see what happens?
Now, you know, they get these research groups. They put 100 people in a room, and they just ask them all these different questions.
See who ends up getting laid first. Well, let's see. We've got research assistant Tanya has shown her breasts to the man. He doesn't seem to react too much at all. He's looking at his wife on straight. This guy out in the van writing everything down, right? Hey.
Another study was set up to find out whether athletes' muscles feel more relaxed after getting a massage.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Swear to God. It's unbelievable.
Let's write to the government and ask for a grant of $200,000 to determine whether or not you feel less hungry after you eat dinner.
That's exactly right.
Should we do that?
Let's listen to this. Oftentimes, academic researchers will get government grants to do things you've got to wonder, why are they doing that, said Meryl Guzner from the Center for Science in the Public Interest. There's plenty of research out there that doesn't need to be done, and why somebody funds it is one of the great mysteries of life. The National Institutes of Health has an annual budget of $29.5 billion.
Wow.
Most of that money goes out in grants to researchers around the country. The average amount awarded in a research grant, this is on the average, $403,000.
Well, you know, the thing is, a lot of times these places that get these grants and that get these fundings, a lot of them are doing some really important stuff, but they come up short at the end of the year of how much they've spent, so they have to fund something stupid so they can get the same amount of money next year.
Right, like this one. Men are more likely to have random sex. In the study, men and women were asked to randomly... Here, you asked how they do this. Here it is. In the study, men and women were asked to randomly approach strangers of the opposite sex on a college campus and say, I've been noticing you around campus, I find you to be very attractive, and then invite the stranger to have sex. The majority of men were willing to have a sexual liaison with the women who approached them, but not one single woman agreed to do it.
Well, of course not.
Right.
And for one thing, let's understand that they're sending a male research assistant with zits on his face, you know, tape on his horn-rimmed glasses. Hello.
And then they're sending some hot, big boob blonde out there to get the guy.
Right. When a guy says that line, it sounds like you've been stalking this woman. When a guy hears that line from a girl, he goes, you goddamn right, boy.
That's why we freak out about the male school teacher that has sex with a 15-year-old girl, but when the hot female teacher has sex with a 15-year-old boy, we go, way to go, kid.
You know, I don't understand who's turning these kids in. You know, well, he tells his friends who, and it gets back to somebody's parents.
They can't help but talk. Here's another one. Beer goggles really exist. The study determined that when drunk, women find men more attractive. Duh! Oh, my God! Are you serious?
Oh, God. Remember that Far Side commercial? Say, Sylvia, there's a warthog over there checking you out.
I know. Unbelievable. Right. By the way, one other piece of... Well, it's entertainment, but it relates because Warren Sapp is definitely going to be on Dancing with the Stars. It's done deal. He is one of the contestants. Are you kidding?
I can't wait. I love Warren Sapp. Are you kidding me? That commercial that he does for fantasy football where he's diving in the pool catching the football, that cracks me up every time.
It's just, I don't get it. Warren Sapp? Dancing?
Well, for one thing, that's exactly why people are going to tune in. I didn't watch when Emmett Smith was on there. I couldn't care less when Jerry Rice was on there. I didn't even watch a second of it when Jason Taylor was on there. You know what? I'm going to tune in to watch big-ass Warren Sapp dance.
Or perhaps you want to see Cloris Leachman.
No, I want to see Warren Sapp. I'm a big Warren Sapp fan. I always have been.
Brooke Burke and Kim Kardashian are on. They're hot. Lance Bass. Isn't Lance Bass gay?
Lance Bass?
Isn't he gay?
Yeah, he did come out, didn't he?
I thought he was in NSYNC.
Maybe they should make him dance with Warren Sapp. That would be funny.
Misty May Trainer from the women's sand volleyball gold medal team. Maurice Green, another Olympic athlete. Oh, Maurice Green will win. He's dancing with Cheryl Burke.
Freaking Kim Kardashian. I was in Las Vegas, like I've said a couple of times, right? And I swear to God, at Caesar's Palace, she's appearing. There's a poster like 30 feet tall of her. She's appearing. What are you going to go watch her do? She has a stage act?
Stand there.
Well, yeah, that's all she does, stand there. Oh, man, look at her.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Dude, there's chicks walking around that place for free that look as good as her. I just don't get this infatuation with these trashy-ass people.
Susan Lucci. Who's Ted McGinley?
The name sounds familiar.
I don't know who he is. Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton, I think, was married. Is married to Curtis Martin. I think that's Curtis Martin's wife. Yeah, or was. I thought they were married.
You're like me. I stand in the grocery store almost every day buying something and reading those tabloid headlines every day.
So, Who's going to Super Bowl, man?
Well, I was thinking the Indianapolis Colts look pretty strong yet again, and I'm going to go ahead and go with them in the AFC.
Oh, no!